Good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for joining ACEware for their September software release webinar. You see on the screen in front of you the most current versions of our software. Matthew released version 79 for Student Manager this week, and you remain on version 55 for ACEweb in both BFP or SQL versions. I'm going to be turning things over to Matthew here just momentarily so he can show you what's been added to version 79. And as always, if you have questions or comments that you want to get to Matthew or to myself, just type those in the chat box and I can get you some answers there. So Matthew, I'm going to be turning some things over to you, and I'll let you know when we see your screen, so that you can show us what's new in 79 this week. I'm seeing your screen now.
Good. It helps if I unmute myself. First thing I'm going to show is doing a couple of things with the active, inactive on names. So if I pull up a name here real quick from the active list, what I'm talking about is this active check mark on the name screen. So if I inactivate Rob here, one of the things that we've been doing is the quick launch, look up active name. Now Rob Bloodglove, yeah, him. It doesn't show up in this list, but if you search, module names, lookup name, or the blue binoculars up here, he does show up in here. What we haven't done up to this point is filter the person out of some queries. We're doing this now in two areas, names with codes and mailing labels. I'm going to show mailing labels. And there is an include inactive names if you want to override that. So if you do want the entire database of names, make sure you check mark include inactive. Otherwise, if you don't include, and I do all names, we shouldn't see, and this isn't in alphabetical order, so I can't tell, but yeah, trust me, Rob Blagojevich is not on this list. So, anyway, yeah, that was both mailing labels and names with codes. We're doing that in now. Next item is with, let's see if I've got added at Reggie's. Yeah, okay, so coupon. We've had the add opt function showing you the optional fees assigned to registrations. We've done a little tweaking with it. I'm going to modify my default report here just so I can show it. Actually, I'm going to show you the big text first before I actually put this in the report. The new thing is this last parameter of true, and it's the sixth parameter in the list, and we will be updating help to show this whenever Jason puts out the next version or posts the next version of help up on the website. We'll have this listed on there, but for now, this webinar and the forum, I talk about this parameter. So I'm just going to show you what it does. It's the better way to do this. So I'm going to pull this down. So I've pulled up a roster here, just a quick name roster. Drop this add opt in, and need to widen it because this has a lot of information in it. Probably don't need it this wide. Oh, I'm going to need to stretch with, well, I think the only person on this course has just one, but if there were more than one optional fee on that person, I'd need more lines. But anyway, so what this does is it's a more verbose showing of the optional procedures. One-time coupon, there's one quantity of 1 at 1250 or minus 1250 each, credit of 1250 if you will, and total minus 1250. So for those of you that are doing quantities with your fees, and let me just get out of here. Abandon. Yeah. Quantities with your fees, with this, I guess I could have saved that. So I can just do like 2, what's a good one? 2, I don't have book in here. Why don't I have book?
Try the breakfast.
Oh, well, breakfast.
There you go.
Two breakfasts. Where did it go? What the heck's going on? Tab 2, $10. Okay, so it shows $20. It shows in the list 10 at 2 for $20. So now if I do my add opt on my quick reports and modify the default report because I didn't save it. Definitely need to stretch with overflow. I've got 2 now, and voila, breakfast 2 at $10 each, $20. So that's allowing you a little more information on those. Next thing, and no, I don't want to save it. Get out of here. Next item on the list is kind of a cleanup of the pay preferences. We've had a lot of these invoice related preferences in various places, quite a few of them underneath pay types, several over here, a couple down in the lower left hand corner. Is like I just was like, let's put it all together into one area. So this is all the invoice related preferences. Now we do have a brand new one. Don't change invoice date when running invoices. And so what that means is if you set this for your institution, when you're running the invoices, say you have it set to invoices are the 15th. Well, this month the 15th is a Sunday. You are actually running the invoices on the 16th. So when you run the invoices, Student Manager is set to change the invoice date to the date you're running the invoices. For some of you guys, you didn't want that, and it played havoc with some of your finance people pulling their hair out and whatnot. So we've changed it to allow you to set this preference. Again, only administrators can do it, and make sure you're the only one in the system when you set this preference. And this is also when you apply payment to invoice, and then it it would change the date to whatever date you're applying the payment to the invoice. That would also not change the date from there. So next one. This one's kind of kind of just helping you out a little bit more. We've noticed some people, they'll start to do also output as Excel and start doing whatever file here. Well, then they realize, oh no, I don't mean to do an also output as. I want to do an export to file. Well, it was creating some havoc with both systems kind of going at war with each other. So we've set it now when you check mark export to file, it deselects that also output as option. So it's just firing the export to file. So helping you out and avoiding some of that headache that Student Manager has. Okay, and also in the line of helping you out, um, we've realized module holidays generate federal holidays. I've already done 2020, so I'm going to do 2021. Um, so done creating 10 new holidays. Okay, that's good. Well, what if now Joe comes in and he wants to generate federal holidays for 2021, not realizing that you've already done it? Well, prior to 79, it would let Joe do it. But now, zero new holidays because, hey, they've already been created. So we're kind of helping you out there with not double dipping. Not that it's a real not that it caused too many problems, other than or with the you know room use and calculating out the end date and stuff for courses. What it was causing problems with is when you went to find a holiday and you went one of those duplicate holidays. Um, it was creating some havoc with this routine. But now it's all fixed, all good for you. Um, we can avoid that. So that's everything I've got for you. There's a lot of bug fixes in 79. So yeah, didn't yeah, just I've been I don't know why a lot of bugs got flushed out last month and uh, came across my plate. So I've been working on those and getting those done. So that's everything I've got.
Very good, Matthew. We always appreciate it when you're making things easier for us and for all of our customers. And I should mention that a lot of these ideas come from you, our customers, so keep those coming in. You see on the screen now, if you want to go back and refresh your memory on what was added and what was fixed, you can always visit us in the ACEware forum to see what bugs were fixed and what new features were added. And you can go to our update webinars in our webinar archive. If you need others, colleagues, to see what's new or you want to refresh your memory, those are always available to you. And I'll remind you that our September users webinar, we have a guest presenter, Brittany Thomason from Auburn University at Montgomery, is going to be sharing how they use the ACEweb staff access. So when they go off site, they go through ACEweb to add registrations and look up course information or student information or payment information. And she is an always requested presenter at conference to share some of the things they're doing at that unit. So we hope you'll join us on September 25th at 2 o'clock for this webinar to hear Brittany's great story. So with no further comments, Matthew, anybody else have comments? We'll let everybody get back to their Wednesday afternoon work, and we will see you in a couple of weeks for Brittany's session. Have a good afternoon, everyone. Bye-bye.